Hey, Geekly, Kikai Wafra here, and pull up a stool because we've got a juicy tech courtroom drama to dig into. Apple versus Masimo, the fight over your risk, your health data, and a patent that just cost Apple hundreds of millions of dollars. Spoiler alert, a US jury just told Apple to cop up $634 million for allegedly stepping on Masimo's blood oxygen monitoring tech. Yeah, that's a lot of zeros, and it's not monopoly money. So here's the setup. Masimo is this California-based medical tech company. They make serious monitoring gear. Think hospital-grade stuff that keeps track of your oxygen levels and heart rate. Apple, of course, wanted some of that credibility for its Apple Watch. The lawsuit claimed Apple's workout mode and heart rate notifications use Masimo's patented tech without permission. Apple says, nah, we're good, and plans to appeal, but the jury disagreed for now. Now, credit where credit is due. Apple Watch users get a ton from this tech. Blood oxygen tracking isn't a gimmick. It genuinely can alert you to health issues, which is incredible when you think about it. Masimo's patents clearly had some solid science behind them, and protecting innovation in medical tech is critical. I mean, without patents, why would a small company risk years of R&D only to have some trillion-dollar tech giant swoop in? So yeah, Masimo's victory is important for medical innovators. Apple, on the other hand, gets to keep selling watches that look like magic bands for your health. From a consumer perspective, more accurate, reliable tracking is a win. No arguments there. But this is where I start twitching. $634 million is a huge headline, but this lawsuit is only one piece of a 6-year-long tangle. Masimo has been slapping Apple with patents in multiple courts, most of which the courts found invalid. And get this, the single patent in question expired last year. So Apple is paying a huge sum for a patent that in practical terms is already expired and represents technology that's decades old. Meanwhile, Apple is still shipping watches with updated versions of the tech, which customs approved, and there's a whole other trial pending to decide if those updates also infringe. Seriously, it's like watching a high-stakes tennis match but with your money on the line. And it's not just the money or the patent age. There's the backstory. Masimo accused Apple of poaching employees and taking their pulse oximetry know-how. Apple responded with their own countersuits, trade secret trials, minimal wins here, mistrials there. It's a mess that looks less like a legal battle and more like corporate wrestling. Apple removing the blood oxygen feature temporarily just to dodge a ban and then reintroducing it after a government nod. Classic corporate dodgeball. They're technically compliant, but it feels like they're playing checkers while the rest of us are on checkers. So, my hot take, Geekly, is this. On one hand, you've got Masimo, a small company protecting decades of serious tech that actually matters. On the other hand, you've got Apple, a massive company that can absorb these hits, tweak the tech slightly, and keep selling millions of watches anyway. The headlines make it seem like a massive win for the little guy, but in the end, Apple's still mostly in control. Consumers mostly benefit, and the patent system, well, it's clearly a giant, complicated mess. Anyway, the article is in the description if you want to dive deeper into the legal gymnastics. So here's the question for you, Geekly. Is this a clear victory for protecting real medical innovation, or is this just another round of corporate theater where the little guy wins the headline but the big guy still plays the game? Let me know what you think in the comments. This is a teaser, not the full rant yet. Seriously, did they actually dare? Click the link, go full geek support mode, buy me a coffee, links right below. Coming up next, is the smartwatch war just getting started or already overblown? Stay tuned. This was Kikai Wafra for NewsGeekly.